So now we are officially halfway through the session. Legislative Day 15 is behind us, which means 15 more days to go until sine die, last gavel, and we are done. A lot of things coming at us this week, so I'll get right to it. The USAR bill, House Bill 157, as I mentioned before, this is going to go through this year, it looks like. It has been recommitted to House Committee, the A&R Committee, Appropriations and Revenue. We put in some language changes to make sure that we take care of our people, make sure we take care of that discipline issue and the workers' comp issue, and we've been assured that that will happen either in the A&R committee or on the House floor, or it could actually end up happening over in the Senate committee. It might be cleaner to do it as a committee sub over there and then come back for concurrence, but either way, speaking with the bill sponsor, the other parties, we're looking okay on that. Obviously, we're going to keep a close eye on it to make sure that it doesn't harm our people. Senate Bill 121, which would move the Fire Commission from KCTCS to the Department of Homeland Security. We were effective with meeting with the bill sponsor as well as some of the other senators involved in this. They are no longer, or at least they've assured us, they are no longer going forward with that this session, and will create a legislative task force to look into doing that. As far as that move, but they're also looking at perhaps something like a public safety cabinet. Our biggest concerns are, of course, our funding source, which is that insurance surcharge that then comes to the Kentucky Fire Commission, as well as the DOCJT. But we're always concerned that some of these moves might be just to dip into our budget to help either fund Homeland Security, to fund the Fire Marshal's office. We don't know, but by law, that money is for the Kentucky Fire Commission for training and educating firefighters, and we want to keep it that way. Obviously, that also pays our state incentives, so that's very important to us. So we're watching that, but we've been assured that it is going to a task force, so we'll keep an eye. House Bill 52 passed out of committee. Unanimous vote on that. We've got it. So right now it's listed on the orders of the day for Tuesday. So hopefully it will be read on the House floor, voted on and passed, in which case it goes over to a Senate committee, gets through the system over there. So that is our mental health bill. That is looking good to get done and get rolling over to the other chamber later this week. Senate Bill 7 and House Bill 364. So House Bill 364 would have made all dues collection through payroll deduction illegal for all public employees. It originally, if you read that original version, up at the top of the bill, it mentioned state employees, but then in the rest of the bill, it doesn't. So it absolutely included us. We put out a call to action on Thursday on that, and we greatly appreciate all the work. No, I'm sorry, Wednesday. Yeah. I lose track of the days because it is a crazy week that it's been. So it was Wednesday, late afternoon. We put out a call to action, and you folks did the work. It was amazing. As soon as you started hammering with the emails, the phone calls, it was really literally a matter of minutes. Myself, President Baer, Secretary Treasurer Pletsky started getting phone calls from legislators coming to us. What did we do wrong? How do we need to fix this? Now, obviously, we would have liked that bill to go away completely. I don't want any employee, any public sector employee of any stripe to lose their ability to have payroll deduction. So they didn't completely listen to us and revamp the bill and change everything. In fact, myself and Pletsky, it was during a reception. There's some different receptions that happen in Frankfort, just like the one we usually do, the chili dinner. It's a great place that we go to try to get a hold of some legislators and talk in a more relaxed atmosphere. So we were there, and then we were outside dealing with this bill. As we went through it point for point, everything that we asked to be removed, everything we asked to get changed, none of that really happened. But what they did do is insert language in each of those instances so that that bill would only apply to employees in any of the state retirement systems. So the KERS, the KTRS, and the SPRS. So state employees, teachers, as well as state troopers. We don't like that. Obviously, we think that's a right that all of them should have, but what that effectively did is completely removed any CERS employees of basically all of our firefighters out of the argument. It also did the same for the police, because myself and the FOP were ready to go to the table the next morning to testify in opposition. Once they take that out, I can't go to the table because I don't represent anyone that is impacted by House Bill 364 anymore. So we got what we wanted. We achieved that for our members. I hate it for everyone else. I hate it that they just kind of twisted it in that way instead of just killing the bill. But we can only do what we can do for our members. So we have been taken out of 364. Senate Bill 7 on the other side is a little bit different. That makes it illegal for any public employer to collect through payroll deduction PAC money. Not all dues, just PAC money. This is not good. Obviously, that is how, politics is what we do. Politics impacts each and every one of us, and every decision that deals with our profession, with our wages, with our working conditions, with our pensions is decided by an elected official. So the fact that, and Citizens United said that money is free speech, so you're removing a part of our free speech, it's going to be a lot more difficult. I did speak out at the table against that one, testified against it. I knew it was to no avail. They wanted this bill to pass. It was going to go through. Now, that being said, it's clear that they have the teachers in their target sites. They don't want us to necessarily be collateral damage. We were told that there might be a chance for them to fix it and remove us from it, similar to what they did with 364. Again, I don't like it, but I'm here to fight for firefighters. I'm here to fight for our members. So we're going to keep on that and see where this goes from here. A couple other bills that, so the drop plan, we talked about that. The drop is pretty much dead. They are now pushing a bill through. It's House Bill 506 that will allow the PLOP. Although they don't like calling it a PLOP, it is the PLSO, the partial lump sum option. As I mentioned before, what that would do is when you choose to retire within those options, the 10 years certain, survivorship, et cetera, another thing you would have is that lump sum option, but it would reduce your monthly benefit based on how much of a lump sum you took out, also based on your age. One part of this bill will include a calculator on the website, as well as with all of the folks there at CERS, so that they could talk to you and illustrate to you exactly what that would look like. So in other words, like me, I've got 22 years, I've bought a couple of years. If I could go on the website now if this passes and they do this, I could say, hey, if I work 3 more years and take at that point a $120,000 lump sum, what would my monthly benefit be? And it just gives some more information to me that if I really want that lump sum, I can say, okay, well, if I work those 3 more years, my monthly benefit will be where I want it, and the lump sum is good enough, I can do that. And you kind of set a goal. It's not a true swap with the drop program, but it is another option that could be helpful to our members. So that one, we're supporting it. We're not fighting for it like we are the other ones, but it's another option for our people, so we do like it. There's a couple other bills that we're just keeping an eye on right now that are okay. House Bill 403 that deals with ambulances and certifications. We're digging through that right now. Another one, House Bill 503 that deals with Chapter 75s that went to Chapter 75A to make sure that they retain all their benefits. That's a good bill. So anything else, we're keeping an eye. Just so you know, 594 House bills and 286 Senate bills. They're not all going through, but we still have to read through all of them and check them and see which ones. There's a lot of shell bills out there that could be changed to something at the last minute, so we need to keep a close eye on those. So again, you have any questions, any issues, call, text, email to myself, to President Bear, Secretary Treasurer Pletsky, but also thank you to everyone that called, everyone that emailed. That is the pressure, that is the power that gets things done in Frankfort. So keep it up and be safe out there.